Hey everyone, and welcome to today's Explainer. We've got a super fun, highly practical goal for you today. If you've ever dreamt of traveling to a ridiculously vibrant, energetic country like Brazil, but you kind of felt, intimidated by the language barrier, you are exactly in the right place. We're going to break down some foundational Portuguese, turning a totally new language into simple, actionable tools you can use literally from day one of your trip. And honestly, the best part? Brazilians are incredibly warm people. Just showing that you're making an effort to speak their language, it opens doors instantly and completely transforms the way you're received.
Okay, let's dive into this. Picture this. You've just stepped off the plane in Rio de Janeiro or Sao Paulo. You're immediately hit with the sounds, the sights, and just the incredible, buzzing energy of a brand new country. But you gotta communicate, right? You need to navigate. Knowing just a handful of crucial questions is gonna be a total game changer for your experience. It takes you from feeling like a lost, overwhelmed tourist to a confident traveler who can actually chat and interact with the locals.
All right, part one, breaking the ice and establishing basic communication.
Our absolute fundamental safety net is asking, do you speak English? In Portuguese, that's você fala inglês. Notice how the phonetics break down here. Você fala inglês. Try reading that out loud for a second. Hitting the emphasis on those specific syllables instantly makes it sound way more natural. Now, younger Brazilians in the major cities often do know some English, but asking respectfully first in Portuguese, always appreciated. If you can confidently master this single phrase, a huge wave of travel anxiety just disappears.
Let's move to and see how this builds. Sometimes you just urgently need a hand, right? The phrase, "can you help me," might look a bit daunting at first glance, but let's break it down into 3 easy rhythmic steps. Step 1 is você. Step 2 is pode. And step 3 is me ajudar. By chunking it out exactly like this, your brain doesn't have to process a scary foreign sentence. It just has to step smoothly across these 3 little blocks.
And here's what it sounds like when it all comes together. Você pode me ajudar? Just by stepping through those 3 blocks, you've completely unlocked "can you help me?" Listen to the rhythmic energy when it actually flows. Você pode me ajudar. Being able to ask for assistance like a pro makes life so much easier when you're out exploring, especially when you encounter the legendary friendliness of the locals. They are almost always eager to point you in the right direction.
Moving right along to Section 2, finding your way and navigating the environment.
So, you're wandering through an amazing city, taking in the gorgeous architecture, maybe following the sound of some live street music, and suddenly you realize you are completely turned around. You aren't sure if your next destination is a quick, easy 10-minute walk or if you actually need to call a cab. You simply have to know the distance.
So you need to ask, é longe daqui? Which translates to, is it far from here? The pacing here is absolutely key to sounding natural. It's almost a little musical, actually. É longe daqui. Mastering the short, punchy phrase ensures you never end up accidentally walking 5 miles in the midday sun. And keep in mind paulistanos, that's what you call the locals in Sao Paulo, tend to speak pretty fast. So just catching whether they nod yes or no right after you drop this question is your very practical next step.
Now, what's really interesting about this is that we arrive at arguably the most urgent travel question you will ever learn in any language on Earth. Onde fica o banheiro? Or, where's the bathroom? The first part is pretty smooth. Onde fica o? But that final word, it's a bit tricky. The NH combination in Portuguese makes a nha sound, making it banheiro. Take a second to practice that. Onde fica o banheiro? This is one you definitely want committed to memory before leaving the hotel, because when you need it, you really don't want to be fumbling around with a translation app.
All right, bringing us to Section 3, time and money, handling those daily logistics.
Ready to buy some souvenirs or grab a quick bite? Imagine you're walking through a buzzing local market. The smells of the street food are incredible, and there are these beautiful handcrafted items everywhere. You find the absolute perfect item to take home, but there are no price tags anywhere. You need to check the price to manage your budget effectively.
Here is your golden phrase, quanto custa isso? Meaning, how much is it? Quanto custa isso? Knowing this simple string of words makes negotiating at a market or buying a quick snack so seamless. Plus, it signals to the vendor that you're making an effort, which goes a really long way. In Brazil, market vendors love a bit of friendly banter, and initiating that in their own language sets a fantastic tone for a fair deal.
And this brilliantly illustrates our final logistical need. Que horas são? What time is it?
Notice that the word sao has this kind of nasal aw sound right at the end. Ki o ra zao. Being able to smoothly check the time ensures you won't miss your bus, your museum reservation, or those amazing dinner plans. It's just a fundamental piece of keeping your day on track in a country that, let's be honest, often runs on its own uniquely relaxed rhythm.
So the crucial point is, learning a language for travel doesn't mean memorizing a massive textbook. It means mastering the essentials. Here, we've brought together our 6 fundamental phrases side by side with their pronunciations. I highly recommend snapping a quick picture of this list right now. Seriously, practicing these specific patterns side by side before your trip will lock them into your brain. It transforms them from strange foreign sounds into your most reliable, everyday travel tools.
And that leads us with a fantastic question for you. Which one do you think you'll need the most? Is it frantically asking for the bathroom, checking a price at the market, or just politely asking for help? Think about your own specific travel style and maybe focus on mastering that one first. I really hope this explainer has you fired up, eager to pack your bags, and feeling totally confident to apply your new skills. Go out there and speak like a pro.